Calling to order this meeting of the Village of Fredonia Village Board. Today is Thursday, April 16th, 2026. First item on the agenda is the Pledge of Allegiance. Would you all please stand and face the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Clerk Johnson, can you please take the roll?
President Lenz.
Here.
Trustee Egbert. Here. Trustee Frank. Here. Trustee Abeglin. Trustee Searing.
Here.
Trustee Van Roon.
Here. Okay, thank you. The next item on the agenda is public comment. Please note that public comments are limited to 5 minutes per person. Right. The next item on the agenda is the consent agenda approving the minutes of the Thursday, April 2nd, 2026 Board of Trustees meeting and approving the general fund, water and sewer invoices. I have a motion. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Next on the agenda is a report on village committees by the Planning Commission. The Planning Commission met earlier this week. We discussed a couple of items. Forgetting.
A shed.
Oh, that's right. Locating a shed on a corner piece of property. Updating an ordinance. Oh, and then approving the school building a couple of outbuildings near their track. Nothing stunning or award winning there. The other committee, Parks and Rec Committee.
Hold on. A little bit blank. Oh, okay, so we met last week, I think it was last week, Thursday-ish. We've got sponsor verified for the Tuesday tunes, which start. Here's what day, so those, do they start,
May 23rd? The last Tuesday in May.
26th,
26th. There you go.
26th, okay, so these are 26. See, majority registration is already, so please come register. What else? Oh, and the special and grand opening is set for May 22nd at 6:30 p.m. And that's about it for now.
Thank you. Next item on the agenda, report on operations of the village by, and starting out with the village president. The big deal in the last month was the April 7th election, spring nonpartisan election. Our team of election inspectors and the invaluable assistance of Clerk Johnson caused the election to run flawlessly. On behalf of the village residents, I want to thank them for their excellent and important work. I would also like to congratulate Trustee Abeglin and Trustee Frank on being returned to the board for another 2 years, and to welcome Trustees-elect Redmond and Stowe to the board. Finally, I was also going to note that the grand opening of the splash zone is on May 22nd at 6:30. Next is the village administrator.
Thank you. First up, it was some excitement this past month in our economic development area. We got to use the Fredonia First program for the first official time with a new family that's moving up onto North Milwaukee Street. So we had to work out the kinks of how do we get that credit and what kind of proof we need. But we got all that worked out, and it was just exciting getting to talk to that resident and hearing that even that little push, that little incentive is what helped to bring them into the village. So that gives a testament to that new program that we started just this year. And then in the industrial park, we've had a lot of activity. Paulson Mechanical had received their state approval, so they're getting going. Nine Ladies Dancing is officially broke ground. If you drive by, you can see their foundation. Laura Logan is advancing her plans for the storage units. And then for already built properties, we have Diamond Wipes is purchasing 617 Tower Drive, which are currently have tenancy in. We have Solver, SOLVR, is getting the largest Guy and O'Neill building. And then you all know about Grease Isle that's coming in further south down there on Tower Drive. So that's pretty exciting that really all of those kind of unsure buildings are filled now or getting purchased as well. We applied for the congressional spending grant. You guys have heard about that off and on throughout the last couple of months here. This is the large federal government ask for purchase of our fire truck. We asked for a significant amount of money. It's like $1.4 million that if granted, really allows us to get that purchase going. So everybody, fingers crossed, say a prayer or whatever you need to do to have the federal government send some money our way. Washington Avenue is fully or getting constructed. If you've driven by, you've seen all the activity happening down there. Director Paulus can tell you more, but they've been working on utilities. They took out the asphalt. They're cleaning up some utility lines along North Milwaukee too. They had some weather delays with the rain that we've all experienced, but other than that, pretty much they're on schedule and prepared to finish up relatively soon, which is exciting. We all got to hear about our fire and EMS collaboration study. We'll be doing more follow-up on that with the new board and the new public safety committee. So watch for that. I've been working with our fire chief on onboarding our new EMS captain who's back there. Hi, Mike. And so just working out the kinks of a part-time chief and a full-time paramedic, and how do we use both of their skills in the best way possible to make the department work? And I believe that we're on the path to do just that. I also wanted to say thank you to everybody who worked and voted during the spring election. That election ran very smoothly. We were a little bit worried with the special election, but everything worked out just the way that it needed to. With that, I've been starting to onboard our two new board members. I met with Trustee-elect Redmond just today, and I'm meeting with Trustee-elect Stowe next week to make sure that they're really ready to hit the ground running on their work come May. And then finally, I just wanted to shout out all of our sponsors for the events. As Trustee Eipert has reviewed, all of our events are fully funded, ready to go with sponsorships. And that's a very, not only am I comfortable that we're there already, but that's an exciting place to be as we get into summer with all the different activities that we have getting going. So as I always say, every year, I'm amazed by the generosity of this community. And every year, they always prove me right with how wonderful it is. So thanks so much. We'll keep up the great work.
Thank you very much. Marshall Leek.
Good evening. You have my report. There's not a lot to report this month, other than if you've reviewed my report, we noticed that the second major change to our reporting, in that we're now starting to include some of the data in regards to the calls. Some of the calls and activities we go on, other than the traffic, which has pretty much been the primary reporting in the past. This is by no means meant to be a complete list of all the activity we do. It's merely the easiest to data mine, in that it generates in our record system what we call a complaint number. That's the easiest material to data mine, and it's the most solid as far as data is concerned. We do, of course, not every complaint or call we go on leads to a complaint number being issued, either self-initiated or dispatched. But I hope to at least show some of the additional activities and calls for service that we attend to and make other than traffic. So, any questions?
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Chief Weicker.
The monthly review report that you have in front of you that talks about our training, what we've done, month of March. The call volumes, fire incidents were at 7 that we responded to in the month of March. 16 rescue incidents here in the village, and we were down on ambulance calls, we were at 25. Paramedic intercepts, we were at 4 for year to date. Some of those ambulance metrics that you're seeing on that second page, that first grouping there is showing what we were pre-paramedic. So 22, 23, 2022 and 2023, you're seeing that we're at 13.85, 12.61. That's from the time of page until we get to actually on scene. That is from, that can be calls in Fredonia here and also calls in Belgium. Then you look at where we were at in 2026, month by month so far. In January and February, we had one full-time person working in January, and in February, halfway through, we have a second one. In March, we were fully staffed. You're seeing how those response times decreased dramatically. And so now that we're fully staffed, we're seeing response times around 8 to 9 minutes, which is huge improvement from the 12 and 13 minutes that we were previously. You see that uptick there in April, 9.8 minutes, and that is because majority of those calls, those 8 calls we had in that first week of April, we're in Belgium, so that changes our response time a little bit. But otherwise, it's doing really, really well there with the new added full-time staff. Fire incident metrics, a little bit there on where the calls were at, whether mutual aid was given or received, and then our staffing numbers. The other piece that I'll probably be adding to this next month is going to be our time of page to the time we leave the station, as another metric that starts trying to see where we're at. But otherwise, I'm happy to report that, staffing levels on the fire side of things are doing very well as well. We have a total of 31 active members on our roster right now, and that is a combination of EMS people only, EMS and fire, or just firefighters. So having 11 to 12 will show up as for calls. Any questions?
Thank you. Director Pauls?
You have my report. You may have seen it's a little different with great inspiration and leadership by the fire chief. I decided to step up my game. So the graph that you have there is more of certain jobs that we do, from snow plowing to leaf pickup to water main breaks. Next month will be updated a little better. So as I work with this and the inspiration I get from the fire chief, I will keep stepping up my game.
Glad I could be there with you.
Washington Ave, obviously the rain has been an issue due to a lot of the work that they're doing now is at the bottom of the hill where the water is. So otherwise, the new main was tested today. It's being pressurized. If everything passes, they're going to start switching over to the new main.
Thank you. Clerk Johnson?
We had an election. It was, as everyone has indicated, very smooth. Shall I read the results? I'll read the results. We had 600 of 1471 voters. That's 41-ish%. In the village trustee vote for 3 race, Ann Redmond 364, Richard Abedlin 352, Rudy McCormick 234, Jessica Frank 323. And then we had a special election, which not one single voter asked about. And the results for that were Eric Stowe 290 and Bruce Pappy 214. We had some unusual situations. Our team was very responsive to reconciliation went well. And I'll close out the election on Monday. And as Administrator Jenkins said, we're working on onboarding the new trustees. The open book and board of review are soon-ish. Notices of assessments went out to residents that had a change in value this year. The preliminary roll arrived, and I'll be comparing that to 24 and 25 and also our list of building permits. The open book is the 28th and the BOR's first meeting is scheduled for May 19th at 5. Alcohol licensing is also looming. Renewal packets with the new forms have been sent to local businesses. And as we talk about later in the agenda, Fredonia Mobile is transitioning ownership. So I worked with both the old owner and the new owner to make that transition as smooth as possible for both of them. And then we've also been dialing in on how to appropriately facilitate alcohol sales at village events. And we have a proposed resolution for the board to consider tonight. And then all of the normal operations. Oh, I forgot to mention, the website has, we've made meaningful progress on the website update, and we hope to go live for the organizational meeting on May 7th. So that's an exciting moment as well.
Thank you. Treasurer Upson.
This month we did follow up the new billing out of the new accounts receivable module. That worked really well. Glad we got that. It's a lot less of the manual was out of it. Worked on cleaning up some more of the Ascent County database with the dog licensing. Sent out numerous letters. Monday, we've gotten numerous calls back and a few people actually coming in to license their dogs. So I'm looking forward to over like the next week, you know, getting some more of that cleaned up with residents, you know, either coming into license or, you know, letting us know that their dogs have passed so we can at least get the database updated to have it cleaner going forward. And then just these last couple of days, we've gotten the reports from the auditors. So today I reviewed through the PSE report and started working on the state report that needs to get filed. So hoping to get through, finished reviewing that so that way we can get those all filed. And also they got me yesterday all of the finalized, revised, updated year-end adjusted entries. So I've got all those posted this morning. Reviewed through the financials that we have now. So and the status of where all that is. So hoping to have all the finalized information from them that we can, you know, get our meeting with them sooner than what I think what we've been used to with Baker Tilly, not happening until like July.
Thank you very much. Next item, building inspector. All right, report. Ozaki County District 2 Supervisor, same thing. All right, thank you for all the reports. Next, items for action and or discussion. The first item here, motion to approve Class A combination cigarette tobacco vaping products licenses for JKL Fuel LLC, also known as Fredonia Mobile. Fredonia Mobile has a new owner. We need to license the new owner. However, the old owner still has to relinquish their license. So this would be to motion to approve contingent upon relinquishing of the license by the previous owner. Is there any discussion?
I would say that Marshall Lee conducted background checks and found nothing that concerned him.
Correct.
Make a motion to approve Class A combination of cigarette tobacco vaping products licenses for JKL Fuel LLC
Contingent.
contingent on
It's right here.
Contingent upon the relinquishing of licenses 2025 money and 25 one
CIG.
CIG.
Mhm.
Tom Logan.
I have a motion
Second.
and I have a second. Any further discussion?
Could I just say one more thing?
Certainly.
Eric will be back again, in a month for approval for his 2026-2027 license, and he's fully aware of that. He's just looking to fill in that window from when Tom relinquishes his license to when the new cycle begins.
Right. I'll call the vote. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. All those opposed, say nay. Any abstaining? All right, motion carries. Next item, motion to approve resolution 2026-03, authorizing the sale of fermented malt beverages in village parks by village employees and officers. Clerk Johnson or Administrator Jenkins? Who does?
I can cover it quick. So just high level, you all know we do Tuesday Tunes in the park. We've been doing it for multiple years now. We have each year we've done it differently with how much we rely on a nonprofit to help either hold the license or help to sell the alcohol. Really, this just kind of makes it easier for everybody. It allows us as employees or our officers, including you all, to be able to be present at a village-run event in a village park to sell that alcohol. The benefit is twofold. One, we're not then fully reliant on whatever nonprofit that might be able to help. And B, it allows us to keep the revenues, which then in turn we can churn to other events and things as we see fit. So that's pretty much it. By passing the resolution, just gives us that flexibility as we move forward.
Any questions or concerns? Do I have a motion?
The motion to resolution. Sale of fermented malt beverages in village parks by village employees and officers.
Thank you.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any further discussion? Call the vote. All those in favor, please say aye. Aye. All those opposed, please say nay. Are there any abstaining? All right. Next item, discussion and possible action on the developer's agreement with Hillcrest Builders. This topic will necessitate a closed session discussion. Note, I am asking trustee-elect Redmond, who is here, to remain if she wishes for this closed session. In order to go to closed session, we need to take a roll call vote. Clerk Johnson, can you please take the vote? Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Make a motion to go into closed session, discuss. And discussion of possible action on the developer's agreement with Hillcrest Building.
Do I have a second?
Second.
And I'll just say real quick for the record that we're going into closed session. It's okay to do so because we're still negotiating with the developer.
Please take the vote.
Trustee Eipert.
Aye.
Trustee Frank. President Lentz.
Aye.
Trustee Searing.
Aye.
Trustee Van Roon.
All right. The rest of you will please step out. Thank you. We are back in open session. Item discussion and possible action on the developer's agreement with Hillcrest Builders. We are not going to take any action tonight. Takes us on to the next item, which would be correspondence. No correspondence. Items for future consideration.
Just a reminder, May 7th is organizational meeting. Please dress in your finest. I'd like to get a new board picture, that we're full board once again. If anybody wants a new headshot, do that too.
All right.
And then after that would be a regular meeting. So roughly 7 o'clock organizational meeting, 7:30 we'll call.
And the one thing I want to bring up for future consideration is just a thank you to trustee Eipert for her service on the board and good luck on your next endeavors. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Do I have a second? All in favor, say aye. Aye. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you, sir.